So with London Marathon officially over, it's time to look forward to summer 2024 and talk to you guys about what's next. So welcome back to another video. Excited to talk to you about the next upcoming training block. I've had my eyes on this for a while. As you know, if you followed the London series, you'll know my eyes have been kind of diverted in those last few weeks where I was building back, but I knew I just wasn't going to get into the shape that I wanted to get into. But the Bristol Track Club 5K gave me some hope that the speed is still there, and I'm going to be building on that through this summer. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the expectations, about the races that I have booked, and the races that I have not booked but are hopefully going to be included in that as well, and then talk about the 10 weeks in general. So let's dive in and talk about the expectations first. Oh, and just a very quick side note, this may or may not be the last video. I am going to try and get a Saucony Triumph 22 video out maybe next week if I get a chance, but if not, I am actually away on holiday. So what I've decided to do this week that I'm recording this is just get all my London content together, but we do have a holiday booked week commencing the 29th of April, so I will be having a break. There will be no videos after the Saucony video or potentially after this one, so just don't worry, stay tuned. I'll be back the following week, just having a good reset. The London block is done. I've worked hard this week to get all the videos out, and yeah, it's definitely time for a little bit of a switch off before we go again. So expectations, starting week commencing May the 6th, that's when week one is going to be kick-starting, and I'll talk about the races shortly, but the goals this summer are to race strong. I have in the past set myself quite lofty targets when it comes to speed training, and I am still chasing that elusive sub 33 minute 10k, something I still haven't been able to get close to since running it in Bourton 2023, where I ran 33.00, so I was 1 second away. Later that year, I have just not been able to get close to that. In fact, the closest I think I got was a 33.38 down at Battersea Park. So that's the closest that I've run. And since then, it's kind of eluded me. Obviously, I wanted to do Bourton this year, but I was too sick. And so this summer, I just want to get myself back into the 33s. And if I'm honest with you, I do want to get down into the low 33s. But here's the thing. I've been running now long enough to know that summer is not the time to PB. I do suffer in the heat. I often go into summer thinking, come on, it's time to work hard. It's time to burn some rubber and really try and get fast. And that's great. But that speed comes in the autumn. I found last year that I worked really hard over the summer. I was quite disappointed I didn't get the times I wanted. The second I hit that autumn, I PB'd in the half marathon. I PB'd in some other distances as well, I think, and I just had a great end to the year. And that's how I want to reframe this summer. So I've got some 5Ks, a 5 miler, a couple of 10Ks booked or to be booked. And these are just work in progress towards what's to come in the autumn, some bigger goals of what I'm shooting for. And I definitely want to, by the end of the year, attempt that sub 33 minute 10k, and that is indeed going to be the priority, although there will be another autumn marathon. I'll talk about that later. For now, in these 10 weeks, I'm just focusing purely on the shorter, sharper stuff, 5 5k, 5 mile and 10k distance. So yeah, expectations are very much a case of getting myself back up to speed, running those times. I do want to try and PB in the 5k. I would love that this summer, but one of my target 5ks are actually going to be beyond this training block, and I'll talk about that now. So races I have actually booked, and then races that I'm going to book but just trying to sort out logistics. So May, I've got a couple of races at the end of the month. I'm jumping into the Cardiff Bay 10k, which is on May the 19th. That'll be at the end of week 2 of the training block, and the goal for that race, it's May, it's going to be hot, so that is just a line in the sand. And if I'm honest with you, in terms of expectations, I just would love to get in the 33s for that one. I'm not too worried. Bigger picture at the end of the summer, it will be my season opener, shall we say, or year opener for 10Ks. So that will be that goal. The week after that, I have a local 5 mile race, which I'm jumping into the Dimmock 5 mile race. I used to, and have plenty of videos on this channel from years gone by, videos of the Dimmock Half Marathon. It is a very hilly and lumpy route. It's about 800 foot or 700 foot of elevation. over the half marathon, and it is just rolling all the way. It is a wonderful and splendid half marathon, but not one I'm looking to do this time of the year. I always find it super hot, I always get super tired, and it's never one that I really do particularly well. And as my focus is shorter distance, that's what I want to prioritise. So last year they put on a 5-mile version of it, and it is gently uphill, very gently uphill for the first 2.5 miles. You do a loop, you spin, and then it's gently downhill for the final 2.5 miles. So there's a good chance for a strong finish there, and it would be nice to go and run a 5-mile race. So in terms of hilly, I don't think it's like too crazy. It's definitely not pan flat, but it's definitely not lumpy at all. It's just going to be a gentle climb and a gentle decline at the way back. So that's exciting. That's going to be the end of week 3 of my training block. Moving forward into June, this is where I haven't got it booked, so I'll talk about that shortly. The other race I have got booked is, or I'm on the waiting list for, I should say, is the Frampton 10K. I emailed the organisers. I missed the boat on that one. They did confirm that I'm on the waiting list, so I am hoping that I get a place for that. That is on July the 1st, but that is not the Goal 10K race. I would just love to be able to go there and get another course PB, which is what I did last year, and it will be the 3rd time I get to run it. And by the way, if any of you are watching that are local and know of anyone selling a Frampton place, please do drop a comment below, because I'd love to just get in there and not have to worry about the waiting list. So if there is, that'd be great. So those are the races that I have paid for and booked. Let's now talk about the ones that I'm looking to target and other ones that I'm trying to fit in. And the name of the game for these ones are 5Ks. So there's a couple of options in June for me. The Hereford 5K in June. I dropped a comment on Hereford Courier's post because they were selling the series as a whole, which was April, May and June. I couldn't do April because I was marathon training and I already had the Bristol Track Club 5K. I can't do May because that's the week 1 of training, and I think I'm actually busy that day that it's on, but I am free on the June 1, so I believe they said that when they get to that, they'll be opening single entries for that race, so I just have to wait and be patient. So I'm pretty confident I'm going to be jumping into the June Hereford Courier's 5K race. I'm not going to be doing any of the Rose-In races in these first couple of months, which I usually do. I will probably save one of those for the end, like in July or August. There is also the Bristol Track Club 5K event, which they run, I think, in June, July and August. So that's on the 12th, so that's a week after Hereford. So I might do that, or I might wait for them to open up their July one and jump in there. So that's an option as well. And there's also it's called the SAFA, which is SSAFA 5K in Cardiff. That's another option as well. And I think, if I remember rightly, that's later on in June. So there's a possibility that I might do the Hereford Couriers and then the SAFA one in June, and then potentially the Bristol Track Club one in July. But there's probably only going to be 2 of them, so I'll see which one works with the calendar. Probably most definitely the Hereford one. And then moving on from there, the goal race that I want to try and target is the Essex 10K in London. The only thing that's stopping me from booking this right now is I'm trying to sort logistics, whether I get accommodation or if I get a bus up early in the morning. That's the thing. I'm trying to avoid staying in a hotel, so I do need to speak to my cousin, see if she's around. But if she's not, then I will probably just get a bus up in the morning, and if that works and everything's okay, then that's the one I'm going to be booking into, and that should be sorted hopefully by the end of this week. And if I don't get into that one, then I will be booking another 10K either on that weekend or hopefully the weekend before or the weekend after. Reality tells me that it will not be a PB attempt, although it would be nice to cap off the training block there and run hard. I know it's in the height of summer, so the reality is it's going to be a tough race, and any race in the summer is going to be hard. So yes, I'm going to go there to run strong. Yes, I'm going to go there to run my 10K best. I'd love to beat what I run in Cardiff there, but I know that it's not really going to be PB material. I'm going to have to wait to the end of the year for that, but it would be lovely to cap off the 10K training block there. And that should be that. So we've got 2 races in May, hopefully 2 in June and hopefully 2 in July. The Frampton 10K and hopefully, fingers crossed, the Essex one in July. 2 5Ks in June and then the 2 at the end of May. So I'm hoping that as a minimum, this block will have 3 races, but a maximum, as I've just said, it should be 6, fingers crossed. So I'm just looking forward to get racing again. I've missed the first part of the year with illness for all that racing, and I'm hoping that I can make up for it towards the, well, through the summer, I should say. Now, for these 10 weeks, I am going to be partnering up with Saw. I have worked with Saw in the past. I'm very excited to work with them through summer, and I will be having a discount code provided to me so that I can share it with you guys. We're just getting the final details sorted, but I am very excited that that's going to be happening too. So from May the 6th all the way through to July the 14th, fingers crossed, there'll be a discount code that I can share with you guys, and I'm delighted to be working with Saw again. They're such wonderful people, and yeah, it's just going to be great. Beyond that, beyond the ASICS 10K, if I get into there, or whatever the goal race might be, and obviously I'll keep you guys posted, I'm looking at hopefully targeting the Podium 5K that is happening in August in Cardiff, in Butte Park. That's going to be one that I'll look at. I will probably do the Magor 10K again at the end of July. So that's another one I'm going to be looking at. I did that last year. It was my goal race. It wasn't great. I don't want to make it my goal race again, but it is a good local course. So I am going to try and see if I can squeeze that one in. And then rolling into sort of September and October, I will have a half marathon, and I will be going probably for Abingdon Marathon towards the end of October. Again, I'm not committing to it yet, but that's what's in my mind. I kind of feel like after London, I want a more of a low-key marathon, and I might even consider the Battersea Park Marathon in November, because that will be even cooler again. And that will give me a chance to get a good October half marathon done where it's cooler again, to really get some good fitness leading into Battersea. So there's a potential for 2 marathons there. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do, but as soon as I decide, I'll let you guys know. So there we go. That is everything that I think you guys need to know for the upcoming training series. Very excited to share it with you. But in the meantime, as I said, I'm going to be heading off on holiday. I am really hoping that I can get one more video recorded, and if I can, I'll be sharing it before I get out there. But if not, it will be there upon my return, and I'll share it as soon as I can with you guys. So I appreciate your support. I will see you in a week or so's time. As I said, it might be a couple of days, but after that there'll be about a 7-day break, and I'll see you when I'm back. I appreciate all of your support, especially those of you that picked up towards the end of the London training block. I really appreciate it. You're all amazing, and I can't wait to take you guys on a summer journey with me. That's it today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider giving it a like, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel for weekly running content. I'll see you on the next one.